Okay, so this is America. Oh yes, the very free country in the world, one of the best freedom rights you could ever have. But that comes with a downturn. When it's too free, there's billions of billions, thousands of people coming out of their homes to protest about one black man's death. Okay, so this has been going on in the media very recently and it's becoming infamous. Yes, infamous. And I think I should react on this. I don't know why. In my brain, my brain's like, oh yeah, go react on this, and I'm like, oh yeah, sure, I'll do it. So I'm going to be reacting on this video on today's show, but it's from America, of course. Alright, let's react on this.
Overnight, across the country, the calls for justice are growing more intense. In Atlanta, where protesters filled the streets, smoke billowed into the sky as a police car went up in flames. Nearby, crowds set their sights on the CNN Center, vandalizing, then breaking in. All this despite an impassioned plea from Atlanta's mayor to stop the violence.
Go home. You're not honoring the legacy of Martin Luther King Jr.
I like how she mentions Martin Luther King Jr., one of the most significant figures in history.
Jr. and the civil rights movement. If you want change in America, go and register to vote.
And as the sun set, the destruction spread.
Don't take protests too far. This is a good example. Don't take them too far.
This is the College Football Hall of Fame. It's a popular museum.
Wait, did they say football hall? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Now it's become vandalized? How dare they? How dare they? How dare they violate this?
In the heart of downtown Atlanta. Right over here behind me, you can see Centennial Olympic Park, of course, the home of the '96 Olympics. In the middle of it all, a police SWAT vehicle.
Nearby, two cars stood ablaze for more than an hour as officers fired tear gas, working to clear the area. All just hours after what started as a peaceful protest over the death of George Floyd. His final moments captured on video, an officer's knee on his neck.
When you saw the video, what did you think?
That's from George Floyd. He said, I can't breathe. And yeah, he said that, and then now it's a common phrase in these protests.
That could be my father, that could be my brother, that could be me. And it's just happened too many times.
More tense clashes around the country, including this standoff at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, where a police car burned as officers pepper sprayed the crowd. And in Detroit, demonstrations turned deadly when someone fired shots into a crowd, killing a 19-year-old man. Officials say police were not involved. From Louisville, still reeling over the death of 26-year-old Breonna Taylor, killed by police officers as they served a narcotics warrant.
It's like directly at us.
Where NBC affiliate Wave 3 reporter and crew came under fire from police. To San Jose, California, protesters there flooding a freeway, smashing windows with drivers still inside before clashing with police. And
yes, it's illogical to do it on a police cosmonaut, but why would you do it on a random guy? That doesn't make sense. It really doesn't. It's not what society meant.
Cincinnati, where protesters stormed the area's Justice Center. Calls for justice echoing through city after city, while amid the escalating tensions, many are hoping the message does not get lost.
That it keeps happening. No matter what's done, no matter how many protests, it keeps happening. It's always been happening, but now it's just recorded. That's why it's getting seen more.
Oh yes, this reminds me of one other protest from last year. The Hong Kong protests. Okay. The Hong Kong protest was about a law being introduced, and now the Chinese is about to take over Hong Kong, and it's gonna officially become Hong Kong's officially gonna become China, but still gonna remain as Hong Kong. If you understand what I mean. This reminds me of another protest where the Hong Kong people just smashed the windows, similar like this, but this one's more intense.
And guys, overnight, as we were standing out here for hours, we did see a number of people get arrested, at least 2 arrests. We know of several more that happened overnight. Now, I do need to put this into...
Wait, I'm just going to read that part where my mouse cursor is. And arrests in at least 20 cities. 20? Wow, that's actually that's a lot.
Context, the city of Atlanta, especially the mayor and the police chief, very hesitant to use any sort of tough force, confrontational force. Of course, Atlanta is the birthplace.
Well, you don't want to use tough force unless you really, really have to. She doesn't want to use the military. She doesn't want to use SWAT, the FBI, the SWAT, whatever, the CIA, whatever big organization of these military weapons, essential, I don't know, but you don't want to go tough when they're going to.
Place of the civil rights movement, the home of the peaceful protest. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was born here, so you can hear that passion in the mayor's voice when she spoke last night. Take a look.
When I heard there were rumors about violent protests in Atlanta, I did what a mother would do. I called my son and I said, "Where are you?" I said, "I cannot protect you, and black boys shouldn't be out today."
And as you heard the mayor and some of the people there with her last night saying, you know, this is our home, this is our city. If we lose Atlanta, what else do we have left?
Oh, that's a good ending. That's a good ending. Well done. That's a beautiful ending. Not number one, but one of the good ones. One of the best. Alright guys, so that's the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed my reaction to the USA protests, and check you guys later.